Welcome to MindBlend. Today we're exploring a concept that challenges the very foundation of how we've been taught to approach conflict, success, and personal growth. From a young age we're taught that winning means staying in the fight, having the last word, proving our point, never backing down. Whether it's in school debates, workplace meetings, or even family disagreements, the message is clear. Don't walk away, or you'll be seen as weak or defeated. But what if true victory comes from walking away first? Imagine the strength it takes to step back, to choose peace over pride, and to value your well-being above the need to be right. This idea challenges everything we know about winning. It asks us to shift our focus from the immediate battle to the bigger picture: long-term peace, emotional health, and personal growth. Sometimes the real win is not in conquering others, but in conquering our own impulses. True power isn't about controlling others or the outcome of an argument. It's about controlling ourselves. It's about having the discipline to pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with our values, rather than reacting out of ego or anger. It's the wisdom to recognize when a situation no longer serves our growth or happiness, and the courage to leave it behind. Walking away doesn't mean you're giving up, it means you're prioritizing your mental and emotional health. In fact, it takes far more bravery to let go of a toxic situation than to stay and fight a losing battle. It's about understanding that your energy is precious and not every conflict deserves your attention. When you walk away, you reclaim your power and protect your inner peace. You send a message to yourself and others that your self-worth isn't tied to winning arguments, but to living authentically and peacefully. This isn't weakness, it's emotional intelligence and self-respect. It's the ability to set boundaries, to know when enough is enough, and to honor your own needs. Let's redefine winning, not as giving up, but as leveling up. It's about evolving beyond the need for constant validation, and finding fulfillment in your own growth and peace of mind. Sometimes, the most powerful move is to walk in the direction of your own tranquility. By choosing yourself, you set a new standard for what it means to truly win. This is the first step to mastering your own energy and life. Remember, the greatest victories are often the quietest ones, those that bring you closer to your own sense of peace and purpose. Imagine a heated argument, then suddenly you calmly say, "I'm not continuing this," and leave. The effect is immediate. Silence replaces tension. People expect a reaction, a fight. When you don't give it, you disrupt their script. Your non-reaction is more powerful than any retort. It breaks the pattern, leaving the other person with only their own words. They're forced to confront their behavior without your energy to fuel the conflict. This earns respect. They see your self-control and realize you value peace over pointless arguments. Your silence is intentional, not empty. It says, "My peace is not for sale." Walking away is a declaration of self-worth. It's a message that lands with power, even in silence. You show you're not easily provoked or controlled by others' emotions. That's true strength. When you walk away, you create a void, a space that wasn't there before. In that moment, your absence is more powerful than any words you could have spoken. It's a silent message that lingers in the air, impossible to ignore. The other person is left to fill that space with their own thoughts, questions, and emotions. They may replay the conversation, searching for meaning, or wonder what you're feeling now that you're gone. While you argued, their focus was on you, your words, your tone, your reactions. But now, with you gone, their attention turns inward. They're left alone with their own conscience, forced to examine their role in what just happened. Your absence becomes a mirror, reflecting their own behavior back at them. It's a powerful catalyst for self-reflection, making them question not just the argument but their own patterns and choices. Without you as a target, their emotions have nowhere to go but back to themselves. Anger, frustration, or blame can no longer be projected outward. They boomerang inward, prompting deeper introspection. This can spark moments of clarity. Sometimes in your absence, they realize the problem isn't just you, it might be something within themselves. They may see their own flaws or recognize the need for change. Your silence builds an air of mystery and depth. You become intriguing, unpredictable, someone who can't be easily read or manipulated. People are drawn to what they can't fully understand. Others start to wonder what you're thinking, sensing that you see a bigger picture. Your calm detachment suggests wisdom and self-control, making them curious about your perspective. Your absence sends a clear message: I'm in control, my boundaries are firm. My peace matters more than winning an argument. You show that you value yourself enough to walk away from negativity. You're not running from a fight, you're rising above it. You refuse to be pulled into drama or chaos, and that strength is unmistakable. This shift changes the power dynamic. Suddenly, you're the one with the advantage because you're not desperate for a reaction or validation. The person who needs a reaction is now left at a disadvantage, waiting and wondering. They're no longer in control of the situation. The one who can walk away holds all the cards. True power lies in the ability to leave, to choose peace over conflict, and to let others sit with their own discomfort. That's the silent power of absence. Sometimes, saying nothing at all speaks the loudest. Picture someone trapped in a toxic relationship, romantic, family, or friend. It's a cycle of arguments and emotional exhaustion, hoping things will change. They stay, thinking leaving means failure, but lose themselves in the process. The real victory isn't fixing the unfixable, it's choosing yourself and walking away. That decision is terrifying, but it's the first moment of true power. Leaving doesn't mean the other person is evil. It means your well-being is no longer for sale. Silence after leaving is the sound of healing. It's where you rediscover your worth and rebuild on self-respect. Walking away isn't punishment, it's liberation. You can't control others, but you can control what you allow in your life. That's the silent power in action. Choose peace over a poisoned connection. Now, think about the soul-crushing job. Many stay in roles where they're undervalued and overworked, hoping for recognition that never comes. They try to win by working harder, but it only erodes their spirit. The longer they stay, the more they believe they're replaceable. The most powerful move isn't a promotion, it's walking away. Quitting isn't failure, it's declaring your value. You say, "My time and energy are worth more than this." Leaving replaces helplessness with agency. You become the architect of your future. Your absence from a toxic workplace speaks louder than any complaint. You're not just leaving a job, you're choosing a future where you're valued. That's the silent power of choosing your own path. We've all been in arguments that go nowhere. Politics, relationships, online debates. You present facts, but the other person isn't listening. Your ego wants to keep fighting, but what's the point if no one's open to change? Staying only raises your stress and wastes your energy. The real win is recognizing the futility and choosing to stop. Calmly say, "We won't agree, and I don't want to argue," then disengage. This isn't surrender, it's strategic. You conserve your time, energy, and peace. You reclaim your power and refuse to play a rigged game. The other person may be thrown off, but you'll feel relief and clarity. Protecting your boundaries is emotional maturity. Knowing which battles to walk away from is true wisdom. That's the art of choosing peace over pointless conflict. Society often confuses strength with loudness and aggression. Silence is seen as weakness, walking away as cowardice. But true strength is internal mastery, regulating your emotions and acting with intention. The calmest person in the storm has the most power. Their silence is a fortress, not emptiness. The wisest figures don't engage in every squabble. Their power is in non-reaction. They invest energy wisely, not in battles that don't matter. Walking away from what drains you is profound strength, not weakness. Next time you choose silence, remember, you're not losing. You're exercising the ultimate form of personal power. Now turn this awareness onto your own life. Where are you fighting unwinnable battles or pouring energy into what drains you? This is a gentle inventory, not blame. Maybe it's a recurring argument, a one-sided friendship, or even your own inner critic. What if you disengaged, stopped picking up the rope, or let the inner voice fade into background noise? Only you know where your peace is compromised. Visualize the tension, then imagine calmly walking away. Feel the relief and freedom. This isn't just a daydream, it's a real possibility. You have this power right now. Where could walking away bring you back to yourself? In the end, walking away isn't about others, it's about you. It's about recognizing your own worth, even when the world tries to convince you otherwise. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is choose yourself, even if it means stepping into the unknown. It's not about giving up, it's about letting go of what no longer serves your growth or happiness. It's the ultimate act of self-love, saying, "I love myself enough to leave this behind." When you choose yourself, you're not turning your back on others, you're turning toward your own healing and well-being. You're making a promise to honor your needs, your dreams, and your boundaries, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Prioritize your mental, emotional, and spiritual health over being right or meeting others' expectations. It's easy to get lost in trying to please everyone, but true peace comes from within. Take time to reflect, to breathe, and to reconnect with what truly matters to you. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you keep giving without replenishing yourself, you'll eventually run dry. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. By nurturing yourself, you become stronger and more resilient for whatever comes next. Walking away refills your cup, honors the promises you make to yourself, and keeps you true to your values. It's a way of saying, I matter too. Every step you take toward your own well-being is a step toward a more authentic life. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's the foundation for every healthy relationship and every meaningful achievement. When you put yourself first, you set the standard for how others should treat you. When you leave what hurts you, you're not losing. You're gaining peace, self-respect, and clarity. You're making space for new opportunities, for joy, and for the kind of life you truly deserve. You gain the space to build a life aligned with who you are. You open doors to new experiences, new connections, and a deeper sense of purpose. Every ending is also a beginning, an invitation to rediscover yourself. Remember, strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet decision to choose peace over chaos, to choose yourself over what drains you. It's the gentle courage to say, I deserve better. Sometimes it's the quiet confidence to walk away. You don't need to explain or justify your choices to anyone. Your journey is yours alone, and your peace is worth protecting. Your peace is your ultimate prize. It's the foundation for everything else you hope to build. When you choose yourself, you create a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. Choosing yourself is the most important victory you'll ever achieve. It's a daily practice, a commitment to your own happiness and growth. Celebrate every small step you take in honoring your needs. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of your mind, your heart, and your spirit. Remember, choosing you is never a loss. It's the beginning of everything you truly need.